Do you ever just get home from work and you're starving, you just want something to eat, but you just want to order out? Don't do it. Put your phone down. You heard me. Put your phone down. We're going to make a quick, easy supper right now. Get your Instant Pot out. You could do it. If you don't have an Instant Pot, it's going to take a little bit longer, but you can do it. Put a pot on the stove. So I've got the Instant Pot going with the saute function on. Grab an onion. We're going to need an onion, some carrots, some flavorings, and some lentils. We're going to make a delicious lentil soup. So let's get at her. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of water because we're going to saute with water. Welcome back, guys. Hi, my name's Vicki-Lynne. See, I'm just starving, just getting right into it. Again, I'm just putting all my scraps and stuff in my bowl. You know, I have a little garbage bowl here. Well, it's actually not a garbage bowl. That's my veggie broth bowl. And I just put all of my scraps in there, stick it in the freezer. And I should have already have done that because I'm actually going to be using some box veggie stock. But hey, I have a full pantry, so we're just going to use what we have. Okay. We're going to stick that in there. Get our onions going. And we just want to start sauteing them, just to start breaking them down. So it'll help when we're cooking the lentil soup. And the lentil soup is really quick. It takes about 10 minutes once we get it going. I'm going to probably cook it for about 13 minutes just to make sure that the carrots and everything are cooked through. And it's super simple. It's delicious and high in protein. And all you need to do is put a nice roll with it, maybe a little bit of some chopped up veggies, a little crudité, just chopped up veggies, but just a fancier way of saying it. I'm going to do some celery. And I have some celery that needs to get used up. It's seen finer days, so I'm going to use some of that. We just want to impart the flavor. And this is a great soup. It freezes really well too, so you can make extra. It'll last well. And again, we're just trying to eat healthy. At least I am. And sometimes when the weather's getting nice, people say that I don't want soups when it's nice. Here in Chicago, our weather has changed about 5 times in the last 24 hours. We had snow showers yesterday. Today is beautiful and sunny. We actually had snow showers, 4 or 5 times yesterday. So we're just adding our normal flavorings, our carrots, celery, onions. And again, you could do this on a pot on the stove. One more. And hey, if you didn't have celery, you could use celery seeds, celery salt. I would tone it back a little bit if you're using celery salt. But use what you have in your pantry and cupboard. And of course, always add the flavorings that you like. Change up the recipes. I'm just kind of winging this, to be honest. I just kind of usually add what I have Okay, so I'm going to do about 3 carrots. I am making a large batch of soup, so I'm using about 2 cups of brown lentils. Super cheap. Get them at the dollar store. This will make a huge pot of soup. And I'm going to just... Now, if you had organic carrots, you wouldn't have to really peel them. These are not organic this time, so I am just going to peel them. I have washed them. And I always wash my vegetables because I'm going to use them in my soup stock and stick these in the freezer with the rest of my scraps that I keep. So everything is in here, it's cooking down. Just gonna give it a stir. Okay, that is doing well. And now I'm just going to cut up the carrots. I do like to see my carrots, so I'm just going to cut them in half and put them in sort of like half moons. I like seeing chunks or my vegetables. Now you could add other vegetables when this is done. It would be great if you wanted to add some spinach to this. Anybody has any other great add-ins to the end? I do add a little bit of red wine vinegar when I serve this, just a little drizzle, about half a teaspoon to each bowl, just to brighten it up. One of my friends taught me that. You could add a little bit of lemon juice to it. All right. So now we're, what, 4 minutes in? Maybe 5. Now, if you already had celery and carrots cut up in your fridge that you use for your, snacking on or stuff, if you're doing your meal preps, I did have some, but I'm using those for tomorrow for my lunch, so I could have just used those, but then I would have still had to do them. And I wanted to do a video, so I just want to show you how easy. All right, there we go. So we're just going to throw all that in. All right, we're going to give that a stir. Okay. And to that, we're going to add some garlic. You use fresh garlic. You could use garlic powder, grated garlic. I'm just obviously just using the jar because I'm in a hurry and I have it. You could use the garlic powder, whatever you have. Again, do what works for you. I'm going to add in my lentils now. I'm going to add in about a teaspoon. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of cumin. Okay. And then about a teaspoon of turmeric. I'm going to eyeball that. There we go. You could add more or less. I'm going to add 2 cups of water to start. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. I'm going to say we're going to start with a teaspoon and about a teaspoon of salt. Also going to add in like a quarter of, I'm going to add in a small tomato. That's what I have. You could add like a little bit of tomato paste, passata, depending on what you have. I just needed to use this tomato up. I'm just going to take this part out like that. It needed to get used. There we go. We just want it to break down anyway into our soup. So we're just going to cut it up small. Actually, I'm not even going to use that because it doesn't look good. So, I'm going to go to the freezer. And I usually have some there we go. I usually have some tomato paste frozen because when you open a can, you don't usually use all of it. So I'm just going to put in a couple of tablespoons of that into my pot. There we go. Just to add a little bit of depth of flavor. Yeah, I'm going to say 2 tablespoons. I'm going to reuse that. Okay. Then we're going to put in a couple of bay leaves. Those are kind of small. There we go. Remember to take those out when you're done. Nobody likes to chew on the bay leaf. And then I'm going to measure in. So altogether, you're going to need about 5 to 6 cups of liquid. So that was 2 cups of water. That's 2 more cups of the broth. And that's probably going to be another 2 cups. Perfect. So we have 6 cups. And I am going to add about another cup of water. Just to make sure we have enough. Okay. So we're going to turn the saute function off. I always want to say factor. I don't know why, but I just do. Okay, so we're going to turn that off. Give it a stir. We're all set. Got all my spices, salt and pepper. I have everything in there. Perfect. So now we're going to put our lid on. Okay, I'm going to have it on lock it down. And now I'm going to do manual, and I'm going to do it for 14 minutes, just to be on the safe side. And we're going to let that go. And when that beeps, so it has to come up to pressure, 14 minutes, we're going to say probably about 18 minutes or so, we're going to have delicious soup. We'll see you when it's all done, guys. Hi, guys. So the soup is done. I vented it. I let it naturally vent for over 10 minutes, so we're just going to take it off. It looks delicious. I am going to give you a close-up. Give it a good stir. It does look wonderful. You are going to have to just go through and find your bay leaves because we don't want to serve those. But I am going to show you how beautiful this is. The turmeric just adds some lovely color to it. It's a nice thick soup. Now, if you want it thinner, add some more. At this point, you could add some more. Sorry, let me just clean up my bowl a little bit. You could add a little bit more broth or water to it. But look how beautiful that is. All those bright, rich colors. That is a good soup. If you're enjoying these, please don't forget, please subscribe to my channel. I would gladly appreciate that. And I hope you enjoy this recipe. Don't forget, give it a big thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.